Parodius, From Myth to Laughter, released outside of Japan as Parodius, is a shoot-'em-up arcade game and is the second title in the Parodius series produced by Konami. The European SNES version is also known as Parodius Nonsense Fantasy. The gameplay is stylistically very similar to the Gradius series, but the graphics and music are intentionally absurd. This game is often mistaken as the original game of the series. The lesser-known original game, Parodius, The Octopus Saves the Earth, was released for the MSX computer in Japan. Story: the Great Octopus has threatened Earth. To help Parodius save the planet, you and his friends must begin your search for the truth. As you search the whole world over, you must find the enemy and you must destroy him. Gameplay: as stated above, gameplay is very similar to the Gradius series with a few differences. Parodius retains the selectability of different weapons configurations but implements via 4 different characters: Vic Viper, Octopus, Twin Bee, and Pentaru. The second main difference is the addition of bell power-ups from the Twin Bee series. These bells act as one-time power-ups, allowing the player to destroy every enemy on screen, fire huge beams of energy, etc. Enemies and environments from the Gradius games and Twin Bee are mixed in along with a host of anime-style opponents, including scantily clad women. All of the Gradius elements are integrated in a light-hearted fashion. The Big Core, a regular boss within the Gradius series, is given a neon look and is called Viva Core. Moreover, there is a Moai level, but all of the statues are given a much more animated look. The boss of that level, the Moai head, fires other Moai at the player by spitting them out of her mouth. The final boss, in typical Gradius fashion, is an unarmed enemy that once defeated results in a destruction escape sequence. Characters and weapons: Vic Viper, traditional Gradius configuration. The missile will fall to the ground, and then move along until it encounters an enemy. The double mode will fire 2 blasts, one forward, and one incline 45 degrees above. The laser mode is a thin blue laser, identical from Gradius. Octopus, Salamander configuration. This configuration is identical to the weapons presented in the Salamander arcade game. The missile is two-way, that yields 2 bomb-like explosives that fall both up and down. The double is the tail gun present in the second configuration, and the laser is the ripple laser, which fires expanding concentric circles at the front of the craft person. Twin Bee configuration. This set is the weapons from the vertically scrolling Twin Bee, applied to horizontal gameplay. The missile is now the rocket punch, which has a larger impact area than the standard missile. The double is the same tail gun from the Octopus, Salamander configuration. The laser is a 3-way gun which fires shots the same size as the double and standard weapons. Due to the color bug, it could be considered that Twin Bee, rather than Twin Bee, has the most appearances in video games. However, this Twin Bee doesn't have the same cockpit windshield design as either Twin Bee, Win Bee or Gui Bee. Pentaru, Gradius 2. Gopher's Ambition configuration. This set is almost identical to one of the power meter sets in Gradius 2. Gopher's Ambition. The missile is the photon torpedo that fires one missile that travels along the bottom ground and penetrates multiple enemies. The double mode will fire 2 blasts, one forward, and one incline 45 degrees above. The laser mode is different from Gradius 2. Instead of a ripple laser analog, it fires bullets that create small explosions upon impact. Music. The soundtrack was produced by Konami Kukeiha Club and released by King Records on July 21, 1990 in Japan. It was also reprinted on September 23, 1998. A CD arrangement was released on June 21, 1991. Ending music for Parodius for Game Boy version was a part of Konami Ending Collection, which was released for CD soundtrack on October 21, 1991. In addition, Disc 4 of Konami Music Masterpiece Collection, which was released on October 1, 2004, is devoted to this game. The songs of Parodius were Northern Country, 90 and Night of the Living Dead was contained CD music. What It Is, part of Legend compilation series, classic in-game music on September 21, 2005 in Japan. Ports. Parodius has been ported to a number of platforms, most notably the Super Famicom and the PC Engine. The game was also ported to the Family Computer with several stages omitted but with a new amusement park stage as well as several hidden bonus stages. Most recently the game, along with several other Gradius titles, has been ported to Java-based cell phones in Japan. The Game Boy version shows the ages of the playable characters, and only has 8 stages, which include stages 1 to 6, and 10 from the arcade game. Stage 3 was moved to Stage 4. The Game Boy version of Stage 3 also has a hidden stage. This version was also re-released in color as part of the Konami GB Collection Volume 2. There was also a Japan-exclusive port for the X68000. The PC Engine version does not have the arcade stages 5 and 8, but features a stage titled Special and a new introduction that features several strange-looking Japanese characters. This is in contrast to the arcade intro, which chronicles the Gradius legacy up until the time of release. The SFC SNES version added the bathhouse and Omika stages over the arcade version. In the Omika stage, the player immediately continues after dying, instead of at a checkpoint. The PAL version of the SNES port was titled Parodius. Nonsense Fantasy and Omika was retitled Lollipop. Parodius was also ported along with its sequel Fantastic Parodius, Pursue the Glory of the Past on the compilation also simply titled Gokuju. Parodius Deluxe Pack in Japan and Parodius in Europe for PlayStation in 1994 and Sega Saturn in 1995 and in Parodius Portable for PlayStation Portable in 2007.